So welcome to another unboxing video from theplayersaid.com. My name's Alexander, and today we're taking a look at Jacobite Rising from Compass Games. And you'll note here, this is part of the Commands and Colors series. So it's Commands and Colors Tricorne Jacobite Rising. This is not an expansion, this is a standalone title, so it's another addition to that series. But a lot of what you found in Tricorne is carried over into this. So Tricorne added those, had the various different faction-aligned battle decks, and the morale system. That stuff's included in this, so it's more similar to that than it is some of the other titles in the series. Being from Compass Games, just like Tricorne, this is a massive, big 3-inch box, linen finish, very thick, and this is very, very heavy. It's full of wooden blocks and a mounted map. This is a 2-player game. Commands and Colors is a great game for any level player. If you've never played a war game, Commands and Colors is a great place to start. If you've played a lot of war games, these are really nice, fun, relaxing games that you can just play a couple scenarios in an evening, have a good time with it. So let's get to it. Oh, we do have also, because it just came off Kickstarter, the Kickstarter included a Kickstarter exclusive little dual-page scenarios. So we've got Little Fairy 1746, and we have Preston November 1715. When we bought Tricorne a few years ago, we got it at WBC. They did also have these. If you bought it at a convention, they had them. I don't know if you can get these from their online store. I'm not really sure, but these kind of things are available, but this is, in theory, Kickstarter exclusive. So, the game itself, let's open it up. Okay. Alright, okay. Well, the first thing we have is a singular line of errata, which says, Jacobite Rising dice are correct. The rules are wrong on color of cavalry and infantry. Okay. So they probably just, the colors got switched on the dice in the book somehow, but we're going to pay attention to what they are in here. Do I have that? No, okay. So, to start with, let's actually look at the dice. So the dice come sealed for freshness in this little baggie. We're going to open these up. And if you've played Tricorne, Tricorne comes with these little small, gosh, maybe 6mm dice, and they're almost laminated and plasticky feeling with it. They're nice and they're custom, but these are much bigger. These are just a different style dice from those. So here we're going to take a look. These are embossed with the color paint inside. I don't know if I can see. They have a relief to them. It's shallow, but there's a relief. So you have the cannon for artillery, the yellow infantryman, the kind of dark blue, hard to see cavalry there, white flag, crossed swords. And you get here for 8 of those. So, not bad. The color on some of these dice is a little bit, I don't know, I'm not sure. So if you look here on this one, on the left, that's the right, my bad. You can see the paint's kind of spilling over the edge of his gun, for example. Or the paint's maybe not quite as pristine in there as you would like. But it's custom dice, I'm not going to complain. I really, really like them. It's better than having stickers on them, that's what I'll say. Okay. We have here our big deck of command cards, which has a nice artwork on there. If we can get it in focus. Alright. And then there's a ton of wood in here. So we have, these are kind of the normal size medium blocks for infantry units. Then we have these larger size blocks for cavalry. We've got blue ones of the smaller size for infantry. And then we've got these large ones, which are going to be for leaders and artillery units. Okay, and we have here another little note about the, here, I can't see, Killiecrankie, 27th of July, 1689 on page 82. On terrain tile, one terrain tile is slightly hidden from view. It is 3rd row from top of diagram, 8th hex from the left. The terrain under the unit is a hill tile. Thank you for your support of Compass Games. Okay, so it's not particularly an errata, but just a clarification. Hey, don't miss this thing, because it's kind of hidden under a unit, so don't feel bad about that. Okay, so this is the rule book, and they said it was... Okay, that's interesting. Oh, I said page 82 like a moron, because I'm reading upside down. Page 28. I'm like, that's not 82 pages in here. Okay. Jacobite Rising. So we've got basic rules of the game. If you've played Commands and Colors, you will know exactly how this game plays effectively. What's nice is, and they all do this, but before you start getting intimidated by this, they tell you how to sticker everything and how many of each. Because usually the sheets have, the sheets of stickers have a lot of spares on them, and they might not be organized as intuitively as I might think. But this is the guide that you want to stick with. So you've got 10 units. Each unit has 4, so it's 40 blocks total. So you need 40 Highlander units of infantry. It's real simple. Just follow this, sticker all of this, and then whatever spares you've got, stick them at the bottom of your box, basically. So we've got the Jacobite forces are the blue ones. Government forces, obviously, royalty aligned. You've got in red. Rules, rules, rules. Game turn. Maybe we don't have those. That would be disappointing if that was the case. Okay, I thought we did. Interesting. Rules. So I think here is where it was talking about those mistakes. So we've got the blue infantry and the yellow cavalry, whereas on the dice it's blue cavalry and yellow infantry. This is just an error. Just follow the dice. The dice are correct. Retreat and rally checks. Clan chiefs and chief officer markers. That sounds fun. Additional combat cards. Objective victory banners, terrain types, but you get this nice little tartan at the top like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many scenarios? We get 12, 13 scenarios. So we got 13 scenarios, 14, 15 with those extra ones. Whilst this is 40 pages, half of it's the scenarios, and the rules are not complicated in this one, I promise. Then we've got play aids. So we got 2, and these are identical, it looks like. So this is going to tell you how many. This is basically a matrix. So you've got your how much each of them can move, ranged combat, melee combat, if they can ignore flags, if they're special units or under certain circumstances, and then any special kind of notes and abilities that they might have. And then terrain effects chart, have those equally on each side as well. So that's those. We have the board. Okay, I'll just lay out the board now, because there's nothing to look at. It's just a board. It's 22 by 34. Maybe not. It looks a little bit smaller. Okay, I think it's slightly smaller. Let's give it the correct way round, which is utterly meaningless. This is literally just a large hex board divided into the 3 kind of sections, center, and then the 2 flanks, and it's a light green. This is the board. The board is basically just a place where you will put your terrain on, and the terrain is going to be the different maps. Oh, that's interesting. Interesting, interesting, interesting. We are going to go through these cards here a little bit. So, let's look at these. Okay, this is sealed up. So let's open this. So we have the packet of the different flags, objective markers, and terrain tiles is sealed. These are actually really nice quality. Some of the titles in this series from other publishers, they're kind of a thin white core, so they feel a bit flimsy. This is more along the lines of Memoir 44. if I can get it open, which I can. Okay. So Memoir 44 has really thick grey terrain tiles that Euro gamers would kind of expect from their the type of components they'd expect from their publishers. I think Wargamers are more forgiving. However, Compass have really stepped it up here, and these are actually very, very, very nice. A lot of these. So let's get these, and we'll kind of show you. So here we've got some kind of rocks and rubble. That's the detail on that's very, very nice. This is a hill, and we've got a couple of buildings. These are just a really nice style, like a little, I don't know, a ring fort kind of thing. That's nice. These are just, I don't know, I like these. This is nice. Not too gaudy, not too anything else. And there's a lot of these. Clearly they punch really well. They basically just are falling out of here without me touching them. So that's a sign of good printing. Now let's take a quick look at the flags here. Punch a couple of these. So here we've got, these are all the different flags included in the game. Just nice, clear, crisp counters. That's what we want to see. But yeah, I mean, this stuff just falls out of here. The flags you do have to punch because they're a little bit tighter. They punch really easily. There's no nubs or anything like that on those, so very happy about that. Okay. This is just going to be a mess to clean up, but it is what it is. So, very happy with those. Nice components. Now, one of my favourite parts about Tricorne was the actual artwork on the stickers and the blocks. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sheets of counters. And you can see here, these are actually quite glossy. If I can catch the light on them, come on now. These are a very glossy paper. That's different from other publishers, but Tricorne was like this as well. Yeah, I think it was anyway. It's just a different style, but the printing on these is quite nice. Let's take a look at these Highlanders here. There's a lot to see here. The detail's good. We got some regulars, some light horse. And then some battle. I'm not sure what those are particularly. Type of cavalry there. We have some cannon. More horse. Down here we've got some lowland and some regulars. And then some militia units. But the artwork is very nice. It's printed very, very well. Like these guys, like these blue horsemen pointing their sabers. That's neat. Here, these green ones, where it's a single guy stood up on a horse. Those are leaders. A ton more Highlanders. But there's 6 sheets of these. A lot of it's the same stuff. But again, you just follow that guide, and it'll tell you how many of each one to make, and you will have spares. So if you lose any, there should be spare wooden blocks as well, so you don't, you're not going to miss out. Let's take a quick look at some of the blocks, just to make sure. It's lightweight wood that's obviously been painted and treated and coated. These are really nice quality. They're all generally of a similar size. In every Commands and Colours game that I've had to sticker, there's always 1 or 2 blocks that are kind of odd, but they give you spares so you don't have to use those. You'll never run up against the exact amount. So these are our command cards. And that was the thing I kind of wanted to mention. I guess we don't have the battle cards in this one. It's just command cards. Oh, that's not true. They're in here. Okay, good. Okay, good. I was terrified that they didn't have those, because that's one of my favourite parts of the Tricorne. Oh, good. Okay, so we got command cards. And there's a bunch of command cards. They've just, the way that they've been printed, and I don't, surely this is more difficult for printers to do this, where they mix them all in. So our command cards, and then we have the Jacobite combat cards, government combat cards, command cards. So you got to sort these out when you do them. So we do have those. Basically, your command cards are the ones that you use to actually, oh, I'm going to order 2 units over here, or 1 unit in each space. But then you get the extra deck of combat cards where you can do all these cool special abilities which have been historically researched, have nice artwork on them, and are unique to your side. So these guys have a Highland charge, for example. These guys have dress ranks, cavalry strike and run. They basically go in when they research these, and Borg looks up all the kind of tactics that they used, the specialist training that they had, and converts those into cards. So not only does your force composition and different units kind of make you unique, your combat cards really add that element of asymmetry, which I love. It helps to draw the history to the forefront, and it puts your side, I don't know, it gives your side more flavour. That's something I really like about the Tricorne kind of subset of commands and colours. So, very excited for this. I think that's everything in the game. There's a lot in here. It's an expensive game, but you get a ton of components, and you're going to play it a whole bunch. But appreciate you guys tuning in. This is the brand new, once again, standalone Jacobite Rising from Compass Games. I've been Alexander from theplayersaid.com.